UK Sport. Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. In the guard spots, it'll be Murray and McCollum. Ingram is out there with Trey Murphy. And it's Robinson Earl in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Miami, Hero in at shooting guard with Butler at small forward. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then there's Richardson. And it's Highsmith in at the four-man position. Now here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Watch out when Adebayo gets vertical. That's a big Bam.
And Murray's got the ball here for the New Orleans Pelicans. You know, Brent, when you wonder why GMs take a risk on project big men, Bam Adebayo is an example of why they do just that.
Yeah, Kevin, it's not always about the project working out. It's about teams that have a plan for the project. And certainly Miami was able to do that. You have to credit Bam. He put the work in. The guy has been solid. He's an all-star. He's continuing to improve, and he gives you everything on both ends of the floor every night.
And so it's New Orleans with it, following the miss by Bam Adebayo.
With how Murphy shoots the ball from behind the arc, these driving lanes from time to time are going to be wide open. That's a nice take.
Oh,
you knew something good was coming, Kevin, right?
That's a little something special from Jimmy Butler. There's serious elevation.
There's the pick. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. To the paint. Out to Ingram. Pass to Murray. Off target from outside. The Heat have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Highsmith. And here is Butler. And it's Adebayo in the corner. Just 5 on the clock. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. New Orleans gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. McCollum with the screen for Murray. Pass to McCollum. Here's Robinson Earl. Here he goes. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Making a bit of a statement. Murphy to the rack.
Now the Pelicans have lost in the first round GA of the playoffs in 2 of the last 3 years.
And with how good the West is right now, they knew they couldn't stand pat. They felt the urgency to make some changes this offseason in order to take the next step.
Pass to Ingram. There's a good screen. And here is Murray. Takes the 3. It's Adebayo with the rebound.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Now here's Butler. Poked away and stolen by Murray. Ingram deciding where to go with it. Kicks it out to McCollum. No good on the triple.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, I was able to catch up with Eric Spoelstra a few minutes ago, and their focus on defense, Brandon Ingram. Coach told me Brandon presents unique problems. It's the skill and size combination. You just don't see it too often. Anytime Ingram touches the ball, everyone will be focused on stopping him. Should be a good one tonight, guys.
Okay, David, thanks. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Jimmy Butler just seems to raise his game come playoff time, Brent. It is a thing of beauty.
It's pretty awesome to see that kind of confidence where a guy just lays in the weeds for a little while and then in the biggest moments comes in and stands out. So that's not always just about Jimmy Butler. It's about his team having that kind of confidence in how he performs in the biggest moments.
They set the pick. McCollum passes to Robinson Earl. Here's Murray. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Boy, Murray just one of those guys who loves to work it inside.
Here's Butler. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
When it comes to players who like having fun, Greg, Jimmy Butler has to be way up there.
Kevin, did you see his media picture for the 23-24 season? He looked like he belonged in an emo band with that hairstyle. Jimmy is definitely one of those guys that likes to troll and have fun.
And GA, what you have to admire about C.J. McCollum is he is the consummate pro.
Yeah, at this stage of his career, he's the adult in the room, and he's grown into a connector on the floor while still being that professional scorer.
And Butler gets it to go.
I like Butler down low, fighting for points.
McCollum against Richardson. McCollum left side, lays it up off the glass. That's 7 points for C.J. McCollum.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Who's going to miss first? Every time one team scores, the other team right back at you.
Jimmy Butler has been on display for the Heat. He finishes with 9. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
Hero in at shooting guard with Butler at small forward. Then there's Richardson. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Highsmith in at the 4 spot. That's the group on the floor for Miami. New Orleans in the lead. Murray with it. There's the pick. Inside. Here's Robinson Earl. And it's Miami with the rebound. Adebayo drives in. And Adebayo throws it down.
And Bam just getting way up that time and finishing with ferocity.
And Brent, if the super team era is indeed coming to a close, the Miami Heat were one of the most successful examples.
Yeah, Kevin, you're obviously referring to the Heatles with LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh. I think there are some fans out there that go back to when it was that they had that press conference and were throwing up 6, 7, 8. And so 2 titles, yes, of course, amazing. Chances to win championships, amazing. Could there have been more? Possibly.
Back to Ingram. Shot clock at 6. Tries it from the top of the key. Jump shot is good that time. Ingram's got the lead up to 5 now for New Orleans.
That jumper right there, pretty pure from B.I. Sized up to D.
And guys, guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. A three-pointer is right on target.
Well, that's a go-to for CJ. He looks to spray it from three-point line as much as he possibly can.
Richardson with the screen on Murray.
Making the most of the screen, that's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
McCollum with the screen on Richardson. Here's Robinson Earl, and that comes off the assist by Jones. Robinson Earl's got 5 points now this quarter.
Great pass there from Herbert Jones. When someone's open, he'll find them.
Richardson with the screen for Butler. Butler making it happen inside.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Murray outside. From the arc. Robinson Earl, no good.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Well, their pass it to Highsmith. That's tipped. McCollum with the ball, and it's Richardson picking him up. Here's Murray. Finished off the break. Murray's got his second bucket. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Pelicans.
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals in transition.
And they've sort of assumed control of this game with their pressure defensively. They've been into the ball handler. They've done a great job of swarming. So they're creating some turnovers that they're capitalizing on.
Murray, the pass to Jones. Here's Robinson Earl. He's guarded by Adebayo. That one falls.
Love the assertive attitude from Jones, wanting to continue to improve in his jump shooting.
And he goes in for the dunk.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Down low. Back to Jones. Jones sets the pick for Murray to the inside. Over to the wing. New Orleans moving it around. 5 on the clock. Pass to Robinson Earl. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Robinson Earl's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Pelicans.
Yeah, take your time. Don't give them another possession.
And hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
Hero passes to Highsmith. Hero kicks to Butler. Here's Hero. Makes it off the glass. And that's now 6 points for Tyler Hero.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
There will be 2 minutes to review the play.
They are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean,
all right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Fans, please take your position center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. We are seeing a tremendous game from Jimmy Butler.
really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
And eventually, every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or two against the young fellas. And sometimes, that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully, by that point, it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
Tipping off the second half, here's Willie Green's foul. Jones and Williamson in at the forward positions. Then it's Jose Alvarado. And it's Boston in at the shooting guard position. Love the pass to Rozier. Kicks it out to Love. Here's Jovic. That's in there. Love with the assist.
You see the playmaking skill of Love there, smart at reading the defense, and then he makes the pinpoint pass.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Terry Rozier. The Pelicans have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. That free throw, no good. New Orleans making a switch here. Tice is checked in. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. And Dwayne Wade is the first Heat player to be honored with a statue. And Greg, that's pretty significant for a very successful franchise.
And Kevin, well deserved, right? D-Wade, the best player in franchise history. He helped bring 3 championships to the city, plus he's already got a street named after him.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin, we all know about what Heat culture means. Bam Adebayo says we share the ball, play together, and we know where the shots are going to come from. We're just blessed to have a team like this. Everybody buys in, everybody competes, and everybody wants to get the job done. Kevin, back to you.
They've got great chemistry. Thanks, David. Jones from outside. Love grabs the board. The Heat trail by 4. Rozier looking around. Burks kicks to Rozier. Pass to Jovic. The kick out to Rozier. And the Heat, another 3.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
Yeah, possession just way more efficient, I think, here tonight, taking smarter, better shots, moving the ball around. That's helped them to get back in the ballgame.
Now the Heat with it. They've got an 8-0 run. To the middle. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Trey Murphy's checked in for New Orleans. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Both teams getting it done defensively, as evidenced by the 8 lead changes thus far.
And the dunk by Williamson.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Over in the corner, Jaquez. Offline with his 3. New Orleans gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. Pass to Alvarado. Williamson a screen on Jaquez. And Williamson gets it to go. Now it's a 3-point New Orleans lead.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're big or small. You do not want to go toe-to-toe with Zion on the inside.
Greg, one of the best assets of Zion Williamson is his versatility.
And the combination of power and skill, it's obviously unique. And what I love about him is he's making better and better decisions. He's become as reliable as he is explosive.
And the basket by Rozier.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Yeah, this is not the team that we saw in the first quarter right now. Way more confident out there, and the cohesion of the team is impressive.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. New Orleans has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Murray kicks to Ingram. Adebayo against Tice. Tice sets a screen for Murray. Pass to McCollum. Murray against Butler. And the Pelicans miss again. Miami's on 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Adebayo passes to Richardson. A slam dunk by Richardson.
I like to see Josh Richardson showing you he can get up and rattle the rim a little bit.
Murray scanning the floor. And it's Miami with the rebound. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Outside Butler. Hero on the wing. He's covered by Murray. Butler passes to Highsmith. Good, and Butler gets the assist. And it's a 4-point Heat lead.
Well, because he's such a good scorer, people don't always talk about Jimmy Butler, the playmaker.
Ingram setting a pick for Murray. Kicks it out to McCollum. Back to Ingram. To end the run. Oh, and he beat it.
Did they just do that, Kevin? They just did that.
Oh, that's an important shot there.
And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. Heat lead by 1. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle. Well, you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Hero in at shooting guard with Butler at small forward. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's Highsmith in at the 4. That's the group in the game for the Heat. The kick outside to Butler. Here's Adebayo. That's tipped. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team.
Yikes, that one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
Robinson Earls checked in for the Pelicans. Herbert Jones comes in for Trey Murphy. Here's the screen. Out to the right wing. Robinson Earl, the pass to Murray. Here's Robinson Earl. He's guarded by Adebayo. Deep 2 from Murray. Miami grabs the miss. Adebayo's got 7 rebounds in the game. Butler on the wing. Back to Adebayo. And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. It's Hero with the drive.
In the flash, Tyler Hero makes his way to the inside. Nice use of his athleticism.
Murray with it. Butler covering. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And here we go with the coach's challenge.
First team foul.
And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to have a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Eric Spoelstra coaching the team during the break. While the team is up, Coach doesn't want his team to let up. He told the team to finish this game. Do not think this will be easy. We've seen comebacks before. Kevin, back to you.
All right, thank you, David. Adebayo with a screen for Richardson, driving to the basket. And here's Adebayo, and he banks in the layup. And the Heat lead by 5.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Yeah, just much sharper out there. You can see guys getting in tune. It's not about playing harder. Sometimes it's just about playing smarter.
Pelicans trail by 3. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Murray outside. Ingram against Butler to tie it up. They grab their own miss. Ingram kicks to Murray. Pass to McCollum. Rebound by the Heat. Adebayo's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Kicks it out to Richardson. A three-pointer, no good. Pelicans trail by 3. McCollum with the ball, and it's Richardson picking him up. And the Pelicans miss again.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Adebayo passes to Richardson. Adebayo with a screen for Richardson. And a wide open look for Hero. Offensive rebound. Pass to Adebayo. A 3. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And here's McCollum for 3. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Well, fearlessness by McCollum there, willing to take those big shots in the game's biggest moments.
Adebayo with a screen for Butler. Now Jones. On the wing, Murray. To the inside. Kicks it out to McCollum. At 6. Ingram outside to take the lead. Here's Misi, and that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And it's Adebayo with the ball for the Miami Heat. They've allowed just 7 points here in the 4th quarter, and an intentional foul right there.
Second team foul.
There's 14 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Richardson against McCollum. They could use a bucket. It falls!
Any possession that ends in a shot from that range after a good player and ball movement, that's a good one.
And timeout called by Willie Green. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. Thoughts on what Coach wants to do here?
I don't think they should be greedy here and think about a triple. With this much time left, I'd attack the basket, get a high percentage shot inside it, take my chances in overtime.
And it's the Pelicans with the ball. Deep 2 from Murray. Oh, he couldn't make that shot go to force overtime. Thank you.
On paper. Clark, this is a mismatch, but the game is played on the floor.
I see where you're going with that, B.A. When I look at the talent disparity between these teams, it's wide and deep. It's a chasm. So I see no opportunity for any kind of surprise here.
A look at the starting group here for Denver. Brown and Porter Jr. are the 2 and the 3. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. And it's Murray in at the point guard position. Now here's Richardson. Adebayo sets a screen to the left wing. 19-footer, and that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Just another thing that Bam brings to your team, the ability to knock down jumpers.
Murray passes to Porter. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Adebayo sets a screen. Hero for 3. Drains the triple.
Yeah, what an assertive move by Hero. Dropping an emphatic answer 3.
Richardson against Murray. To the middle. Here's Gordon. Pass to Brown. Now here's Gordon. Clock at 6. Gordon with a screen on Adebayo. And there it is for him.
Well, Jokic is such a terrific decision maker. He's brilliant in his skill level, but he also has great vision as a passer.
Clark, when it comes to someone like Aaron Gordon, it seems like he makes at least one jaw-dropping play every night.
Well, when you've got that kind of special athleticism, B.A., you can do that. You can make highlight-type plays just by virtue of your activity and giftedness as an athlete, but he's become a heck of a basketball player, too. You always knew the athleticism was there, the energy was there, the work rate was there, but now you're seeing the skill develop. I love watching him work.
Here's Butler. After the Nuggets picked up a basket just a moment ago. Hero for 3. Rebounded by Denver.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Butler. Back to Adebayo. Highsmith passes to Richardson. Adebayo sets a screen. Richardson, that's good. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Jokic with a screen on Richardson. Murray finds Jokic. Murray against Richardson. Here's Jokic. Goes back up. And he lays it up and in.
This is exactly how you should use Jokic in these situations. Feed that beast inside.
Hero outside, right wing. Butler with the ball, and Jokic picks him up defensively. Richardson for 3. Porter pulls it in.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Pass to Jokic. Adebayo grabs the board.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Grant, the Denver Nuggets have been on quite the run here in this window of time.
Yeah, B.A. It's all working for Denver in recent years. This is a well-constructed team that they play as a unit, and it makes it so difficult to try to get the best of them.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
We know Nikola Jokic is a natural, but that's not all. Coach Malone said it's too bad that people can't peek behind the curtain and see how hard Nikola works. He understands that there's no magic formula. Yes, he's incredibly gifted, but it's his work ethic that's great. Brian?
Well, alley talent only gets you so far. He's got both. Porter gets the bucket.
A true sniper from long range. Porter Jr. with a nice stroke on that shot.
Pass to Adebayo. Three-pointer. Buries it from three. Adebayo's got 5.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Butler. Outside Richardson. Here's Adebayo. Adebayo sets a screen. The deep three from Hero. And the Heat, another three.
For like 95% of guys, that is a bad shot, but not Hero. He's got endless range.
Here's Brown. No points so far. Here's Jokic. Denied by Adebayo. Pass to Richardson. Here's Highsmith. Back to Richardson. Jacks up a three. Jokic grabs the board. Jokic has got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Brown. And it's in! Oh! Nails the buzzer beater! Are you kidding? And Michael Porter, he's been the guy making things happen for the Nuggets. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. We'll be right back with you shortly. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. All right, guys, what do you think about the Nuggets here in this one?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
Hero is the 2 with Butler as the 3. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then there's Josh Richardson. And it's Highsmith in at the 4. So that's who Miami starts the second with. Adebayo, a screen on Gordon. Hero for 3. And it falls for him. He's hit 3 of his first 4 attempts.
Yeah, absolutely no hesitation from Hero. He shoots at will from range.
They swipe it. Out to the right wing. Highsmith passes to Adebayo. Six to shoot. Pass to Butler. Beyond the arc. Can't get it to drop. Denver has gone 4 of 5 from outside the arc in this one. Screen by Gordon. Outside Murray. On the take. And it's Murray finishing it off.
I think when you're guarding Murray, you're always worried about his jump shot, but he's also deadly off the bounce, so pick your poison.
Pass to Adebayo. Here's Highsmith. He's guarded by Porter. From deep. And it's Highsmith missing. The Nuggets lead by 4. Brown passes to Porter. To the inside. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
A solid read from Porter Jr. When he makes quality passes like this, it helps his team's overall chemistry.
And 6'10" with laser-accurate quick release. Clark, Michael Porter Jr. can make the game look so easy.
It looks to me like he's really settled into his role, and he's embraced that. And he's worked through his own injury challenges, so there's a level of perseverance and resilience and grit that he's put into his book bag along with that fluid stroke and his athleticism. He's become a better rebounder and a better defender as well. I really like what he's become to this point in his career as a player.
Pass to Porter. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Up top, Saric, hounded by Adebayo. The shot off that time. Good D by Richardson. Knocks it loose. Gordon with a steal. Driving inside. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Aaron Gordon is no pushover. Far from it. I mean, with the ability to knock down shots despite contact, this young fella's impressive.
First team foul. At the line for Nuggets,
You know, Clark, over the past few seasons, we've seen a historic amount of 20-point-per-game scorers in the league.
And that's a function, BA, of the overall skill level being at its all-time high in league history in my mind, but also the pace of play, the way the game is played, three-point shooting, there's scoring, there's more scoring, so more guys are scoring. And I think on top of that, it's a little easier to score because of how the game is played and officiated. It's tilted a little more in favor of the offense for the entertainment value of point production.
They get it again. Out to Gordon. Inside. Second chance effort. Brown's shot is good. Brown's got 6 points in the quarter.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Adebayo, no good. Denver leading by 8. On the wing, Porter. And then Porter with the dunk.
Well, when you've got Porter's length, this is what you can do. It makes it easy to get to the rim for the throwdown.
Hero, the pass to Highsmith. Off target with the 3. The Nuggets have gotten 7 of their first 9 shots to drop during the second. Outside Murray. On the wing, Porter. Shot clock at 6. The Nuggets need to get one up. A shot by Brown, no good. Heat trail by 10. Right side Richardson for 3. It falls. He's now 2 of 5 from the field.
Yeah, the shot from Richardson looks smooth and effortless. His team did a nice job setting him up there.
Here's Murray. Porter with a screen on Richardson. Up top, Porter. The 3 ball. Connects from downtown. Porter's got 13.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Miami Heat.
Thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. One of the stories here, Michael Porter getting it done today.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Michael Malone. They've got Russell Westbrook. Aiden Watson is out there with Nikola Jokic. And it's Strother in at the shooting guard position. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
KBA, the Denver Nuggets are building for the long haul. Their philosophy has been to draft polished prospects and then develop them into contributors. They look for 4 qualities: basketball IQ, character, positional size, and the absence of skill deficiencies. Ryan, the track record has been strong.
It really has. Thanks, Allie. Love a screen on Westbrook. Burks for 3. Knocks down the long J. Burks has got his first 3 points of the game.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
For 3, Westbrook. Miami grabs the miss. And Grant, the Heat, last season, retiring Udonis Haslam's number 40.
Yeah, he played his entire 2-decade career in his hometown of Miami. And for all of his contributions on the court, what he meant to this organization off the floor was just as important.
Lets it fly. And there are the Heat with another bucket. Denver leading by 5. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Well, you watch Westbrook play, and he seems like he's relentlessly hungry and borderline angry. He never settles, always in full attack mode.
Westbrook against Burks. Fade away. Rebounded by Denver. Jokic has got his 5th rebound in this one. Third quarter of play with just over 1.5 minutes gone by.
You know, for all of his agility and craftiness, the slick moves, Jokic not afraid to go old school and just throw it down on you.
Burks against Westbrook. Pass to Jovic. And here's Jaquez. Takes a three. Rebounded by Denver. Jokic has got his 6th rebound on the night. Westbrook, the pass to Watson. Here's Tonci. It's Jokic, high post. Love's there. Jokic with it. Now Burks defending. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. And while Nikola Jokic has lots of years left in this league, he's already an all-time great, Grant.
You know, B.A., not many guys have won multiple MVPs and a title, but Jokic has already accomplished so much. And with his size and skill set, Jokic can be elite for a long time and add to that impressive resume. That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Well, part of the game plan was to neutralize the crowd. And guess what? Mission accomplished.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
And here's Denver. They've scored 10 straight. Pass to Tonci. Rebound Miami. Outside Burks. Here's Jovic. Outside for Love. Jovic passes to Burks. The 3. Again, the Heat misses.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
Jokic against Love. Jokic passes to Watson. And the 3 off target.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Offensive board. Outside for Rozier. A deep 3. Westbrook with the rebound. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. They lead by their biggest margin of the game. It's at 15 points. Here's Jokic. Nice move. And the dunk by Jokic.
Even with the score as it is, he just keeps coming at you.
Well, he only plays one way, and that's full throttle, all day, all the time, cold-blooded and lethal.
In order to create effective spacing, you need enough guys on the floor that can hit from downtown.
Got a piece of it. Tonci passes to Jokic. Launches a 3. And Rozier pulls it down.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Pass to Love. Here's Jovic. 3-pointer Rozier. Offensive rebound. Jaquez, the pass to Love. 3-pointer, no good. The Nuggets lead by 14. Finished off the break.
Good find from Jokic. Fantastic at getting that rock to teammates on time, on target.
Here's Jovic. The 3-pointer off the mark. Jokic with it. Love with the defensive effort.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
And so it's Denver with an impressive. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Hero is the 2 with Butler as the 3. Then there's Josh Richardson. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Highsmith in at the 4. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Outside for Butler. Over to the left wing. Here's Strother. And they get it back. Here's the 3. Tries yet again. Watson passes to Saric. In transition, here they come. Hero for three. Drops in the three.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
Richardson with it. He's picked up by Westbrook. Here's Butler. Westbrook with the rebound.
You know, he's going to hear from his teammates after that one. I'm not sure what happened on that play.
Pass to Strother. Back to Šarić. Here's Strother. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Watson. And again, it's Denver missing. Heat trail by 13. Hero for three. Puts up a three. It's hauled in by Šarić. Šarić has got 5 rebounds in the game. Strother fires in the triple. Strother's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Richardson. Count that bucket.
Well, I like the mindset of Richardson here, not settling for the jump shot.
Denver leading by 14. Pass to Strother. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Nice basic one-hander there.
Hey, I think he got some extra bounce off the ground on that one.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's what it looked like to me. I mean, he was way up there.
And the Nuggets going with a whole new group out there. And Jamal Murray picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Hero for three. Rebounded by Denver. Jokic has got 11 rebounds in the game. Denver has gone 7 of 15 from distance in this game. Heat trail by 16. Hero for three. Here's Adebayo. It's deflected. Gordon outside. Pass to Murray. Out to Gordon. Lots of room. It's rebounded by Jimmy Butler. Butler's got 4 rebounds now. Hero on the wing. Good, and Butler gets the assist.
Smooth shot by Hero. Notice how he doesn't rush himself.
Gordon, the pass to Jokic. Jokic muscles it down.
Doesn't believe in soft finishes. The big fella's all about power.
Nikola Jokic.
Pass to Highsmith.
Aaron.
Back to Butler. The three is up. Jokic grabs the board. Jokic has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Here's Porter. And then Porter with the dunk.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Here's Brown. The offensive rebound. Back to Murray. Pass to Porter from outside the arc. Denver the rebound. Goes up again. Here's Brown. Plenty of space. And the shot goes. And the Nuggets lead by 16.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Nuggets.
And as we see the game wind down, you have to remember all the second chance buckets this team put on the board.
They definitely won it with their offensive rebounding. We watched them attack the ball and turn misses into makes all game long.
And what a huge performance it was for Nikola Jokic.
I think his biggest contribution may have been on the boards. He kept plays alive and denied second chances.
And here's Gordon from the arc. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now Adebayo. 20 seconds left in the game. From downtown. Rebound by the Nuggets. So no problem for Denver as they get the win. This one wasn't even close. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
At shooting.
Hi, and welcome, everyone. Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. Before in the 5, it's Gordon and Jokic. Sharing the wing spots, it'll be Brown and Porter Jr. And it's Murray in at the point guard. And for New Orleans, the wingman, McCollum, along with Ingram. Daniel Tice out there with Herbert Jones. And it's Murray in at the point guard position. Gordon a screen. Like we know, these teams among the best defensive squads in the NBA. And this figures to be a low-scoring affair.
But it should be an entertaining one, Kevin. And if you're a fan of high-intensity, high-energy defense, there's a lot to love about this matchup.
And here's McCollum for 3. Here's Tice. Good for the basket. Starting off 1-for-1 with that shot.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
Now here's McCollum, following the miss by Jamal Murray. McCollum kicks to Jones, pass to Murray, and stolen by Murray. Jumps up, and it's Murray with the jam.
I love how competitive Murray is, showing how dangerous he can be on both ends on that play.
Corner shot. Denver grabs the miss.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Stan, you know this. Every team wants those 3-and-D wing types. This Pelicans team is loaded with them.
Yeah, Kevin, they love those type of guys. Long, athletic guys who can defend, and they either come in being able to shoot the 3 or they develop them into three-point shooters, and it shows in the numbers. Last year they were 4th in three-point percentage, 7th in defensive rating. Those are key metrics.
Got a hand on it, and we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. New Orleans shooting their first free throw of the game.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great, about 77% as a team.
New Orleans has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, Willie Green had a few moments to share with me. And when it comes to Jamal Murray, Coach said it's crucial to make sure his defense doesn't slack off on him. He said Murray is a microwave scorer. He can get hot in a real hurry. Our guys know they have to talk with one another out there, help each other out. Communication is key. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. And here is Ingram after Michael Porter made the last three-pointer. Deflects the pass. Tice passes to Murray. Back to Tice. Jokic grabs the miss.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Takes it inside. And Jokic slings it in.
Incoming, it's Joker time as Jokic shaking the arena with that slam.
And the Pelicans miss again.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Denver leading by 9. The drive by Gordon. And he slams it down right on top of Daniel Tice.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
Going for a dunk, Ingram uses that physicality, clearing the defense out of his way.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Denver.
Well, they're playing with great pace, pushing the ball up the floor and attacking before the defense can get set.
And you can't turn it over against this team. That's a recipe for disaster, and we're seeing the results of that. And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
Yeah, and until the defense makes an adjustment, there's no reason to go away from what they're doing.
And Greg, remember, in DeJounte Murray's rookie year, he played in the Western Conference Final.
Murray was the youngest player in that series, playing 20 minutes a game, competing against the KD Steph Warriors. How about that for a welcome to the NBA?
Murray kicks to Jones. Into the lane, and Jones slams it in.
Oh, what a feed by Murray. He's got that pass-first mentality. You always want to play with guys that play that way.
Murray dishes to Gordon. And the Nuggets can't hang on to the ball.
Well, that's an unforced error. If you want to drive your coach crazy, that's the way to do it.
Pelicans trail by 5. McCollum with the screen for Murray. McCollum outside. Back to Murray. Pass to McCollum. Takes a 3. Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got 5 rebounds tonight. And it's Murray with the jam.
And on the drive, Murray can seem unstoppable. His agility cuts the defense apart there.
Murray with it. Now guarded by Porter. Jones for 3. That's in there. Murray with the assist. Jones has got 5 now. The Nuggets leading by 4. The drive by Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
And when Jokic drives, he's like a freight train with that great physical ability, able to kind of push the defense wherever he wants them to go.
Jones looking for an opening. Jokic with the steal. Doesn't go for him. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Nuggets lead by 6. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what stands out to you from the Nuggets in this one?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Yeah, they've looked sharp early on with their offense, getting good chances and converting what they've taken.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. The forwards are Porter Jr. and Gordon to his side. And it's Jokic in at the 5 spot. Pass to Misi. On the wing, Jones, guarded by Porter. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Jones scoring in a gorgeous play. He's got 8.
Well, it's a 3-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Jokic inside. It's blocked. Murray, the pass to Jones. Here's Misi. It's McCollum on the wing. He's covered by Murray. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. A veteran in the NBA, C.J. McCollum, seems to have adjusted nicely, don't you think, to his role as elder statesman.
Kevin, even going back years, I always thought that C.J. McCollum was one of the most consistent guys in the league. Seems like every time you check the box score, he'd have over 20 points, but never like 40, just every night, pencil him in. 20 to 30 in those range, 5 or 6 assists, high percentage. This guy is as consistent as they come.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, it's a cliche, but the Nuggets certainly have strong values. Coach Michael Malone says open and honest conversation. That's the best way to have a real team. We talk about family a lot in our locker room. Families don't always get along, but they have to communicate. All the guys that are willing to speak up, that's invaluable. Kevin?
Can't put a price on it, David. Thank you.
Oh, that's a nice looking 3 there for Murray. How about the high release on that one?
Stolen by Jones. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. McCollum outside. Back to Jones. 6 to shoot. Here's Murray. And that one drops for him. Now just a 1-point Denver lead.
And this coaching staff wants Murray to be the shot caller. Let him run the pick and roll and just make things happen.
Charge has the open look. From outside, off the mark.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Out to Ingram. Pass to Murray. Throws it up high. And we have so many great players in this NBA. I mean, every night, from top to bottom, each roster, there's so many great players. But in your opinion, who is the toughest to game plan against?
Wow, that is a tough question because there's so many of them where there's no good answers. You know, let's take Jokic, for example. If you play him one-on-one, he's going to score virtually every time. If you come in, double-team him, send the second defender, he's going to make the right pass all the time. There's no way to absolutely stop him. You just do the best you can to limit their team.
The great ones always have answers, don't they, Stan?
If they didn't, Kevin, they wouldn't be the great ones.
That's right. They set the pick. Inside. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Oh, and he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. And looking back, Coach, how great was it to see the Nuggets win their first title back in 2023?
One of the great NBA stories, Kevin. It was huge. It was a moment years in the making. That championship meant so much to the city of Denver and its fans.
And New Orleans going with a whole new group out there. And then for Denver, Tonci checked in. And it's Peyton Watson in for Porter.
Well, that's the look he wanted, but the defense doing just enough to impact that shot.
And the dunk by Williamson.
What a move. Few do it as well as Zion Williamson.
Tonci, the pass to Brown. Three-pointer. Buries the long-range jumper. Tonci's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Here's Alvarado. He's covered by Westbrook. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Tonci. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Now it's a 4-point Nugget lead.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And they'll get another chance. Pass to Boston. Here's Robinson Earl. Gets it off. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together.
2 minutes are allowed to review the play.
The teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
Yeah, that's a tough call there with the naked eye. Fortunately, the league's replay center able to slow it down, zoom in, and check all the angles.
Basket counts. 2 points.
They're going to switch the call. There is no doubt, looking at the replay, that he got it off in time.
Well, it's good they decided to take another look at it. I know some folks don't like.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You have to like what we've seen from Jones.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
Trey Murphy is out there with Williamson. Then it's Jose Alvarado. And it's Robinson Earl in at the 5, roaming the paint. It's the Pelicans 5.
Ooh, what a burst of energy from Westbrook. He can just fly when he wants to.
Last season, Stan, Jokic passed LeBron's all-time triple-double mark. And he did it stunningly in 813 fewer games.
Yeah, now it's really possible, Kevin, that he's going to end up at the top of that triple-double list by the time his career's over. He's got the big O and Westbrook in his sights. You know, don't sell this guy short. He can do it almost any night.
Oh, Jokic with attitude there. Love it.
Here's Robinson Earl. Hands it from downtown. Robinson Earl's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, that's just excellent offense. If the defense is giving that up, you've got to take it.
Taken away. Here's Boston. Sinks that one from the post. Boston's got the lead up to 1 now for New Orleans. Third quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Here's Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
And some kind of switch must have been flipped at halftime because both teams are getting after it.
Yeah, and you can feel the pace picking up in this second half. Both teams have dialed up the intensity.
Pass to Robinson Earl. And now Jokic pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And Jokic slams it in.
And how about the effort all over the court from Jokic, out hustling the defense and taking it all away himself.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. What you got for us, DA?
Thank you, Kevin. Nikola Jokic may not be the most physically gifted, but there's an old saying in basketball, you're as fast as you can anticipate. LeBron James says he sees plays before they happen. A lot of people don't understand it. I do. He's special. Kevin?
You know, his mind for the game is just on another level. We appreciate that report. The Nuggets leading by 3. When it's all said and done, Jokic, Greg, is going to be the Nuggets' career leader in many categories.
And he's already their franchise leader in rebounds, assists, triple-doubles, and playoff points, and many other advanced stats as well.
And stolen by Watson. Saric outside. Pass to Murray. Driving the lane, and it's blocked. They recover it. Saric finds Watson. Clock at 4. There's the 3. Hits it to go from beyond the arc. Watson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pelicans trail by 6. Down low. Stolen away. And here we go. Saric, the fast break chance. And slam dunk by Saric.
And you have to get Saric out of the paint. Once he's inside, he's ready to take it home.
Driving inside. And that one's good, Boston.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
The Nuggets leading by 6. Murray outside. And it's Murray with the jam.
And going vertical. Murray's one of those guys with that sneaky athleticism.
Pass to Tice. Here's Boston. It's hauled in by Watson. Here's Denver now. They're on an 11-2 run. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Porter's checked in. And it's Michael Malone calling timeout here. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with this guy.
Here they are. Let's give it up, baby.
There's 53 seconds left to play here in the third. Pass to Watson. Shot clock at 6. Now here's Saric. Back to Watson. Good on the triple. Watson's got 6 points.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Pelicans trail by 11. Murray looking around. To the paint. Here's Ingram. And he uses the glass on the layup. And that's now 9 points for Brandon Ingram.
And loving when Ingram uses that length down low, not settling for the jumper.
Murray, the pass to Watson. Saric outside. Back to Watson. Screen by Saric. And Watson slams it in.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets. There. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this way?
Yeah, that's great decision making and one that embodies a team-first mindset.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And Denver will start the fourth quarter with. They've got Michael Porter. He's out there with Peyton Watson. George is out there with Jamal Murray. And it's Dropper in at the 2. Here's Jones. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And the league giving a bit more leeway, GA, to defenders. As a hard-nosed defender yourself, I'm sure you like that change.
Oh, I do. I mean, we all love the intensity of playoff basketball. So why not bring a certain level of physicality to the regular season?
Jokic inside. It's hauled in by DeJounte Murray.
I think this is a rare case of being overcommitted. He tried to go all out at the rim, and they stifled him.
And this is Ingram's attitude. He's ready to fire away as soon as the ball hits his hand.
Murray kicks to Jokic. Back to Murray. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Jokic has got his 5th assist in this one. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the New Orleans Pelicans, trailing by 10. That 3 off the mark. The Nuggets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Porter against Jones. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
And here's Jokic outside. Here's Gordon. The shot from the low post is good. Gordon's got the lead up to 12 now for the Nuggets.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up. A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus.
Brown, the pass to Gordon. Here's Brown. Defended by Jones. And here's Jokic. On the wing, Gordon. Pass to Jokic. Just 5 to shoot. Jokic takes it in, takes the bump, and puts it through.
Oh, the Joker taking over. He's had his way offensively, making it look easy.
Ingram finds Murray. And he converts the layup. Murray's got 4 this quarter.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
Hey guys, the hardest shot to block, the floater. And for a guard like Murray, you need that in your arsenal to be successful.
Jones sets the pick for McCollum. Second chance effort. Porter pulls it in.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Took him no time at all on that one. And the Nuggets lead by 15.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
More and more, we see Ingram attack on the drive and convert. His length and skill allow him to do so many things.
The Nuggets leading by 12. There's Jokic on the drive. And it's Gordon with the finish.
And that's the kind of aggression they want to see from Gordon. Force the issue. Make the D think twice about how they're going to guard it.
And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Nuggets.
Well, look, you have to be able to count on energy and effort every night, and they're showing a lot of it with their transition buckets.
And you also have to applaud how they've been able to create turnovers and then convert those on the offensive end. No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Nuggets.
A few times this season, turnovers have cost them, but they really kept the ball under control.
They were both focused and relentless.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Jokic.
You have to love the way that he was closing out on defensive trips. He would always body up, and it's why he ended with so many boards. And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Puts up a three. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
Pass to Brown. Beyond the arc. Messi grabs the rebound. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. This much appreciated, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So for Greg.
And welcome to, and let's check Miami's starting lineup. Hero is the 2 with Butler as the 3. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then there's Josh Richardson. And it's Highsmith in at the 4. And for the Pelicans, on the perimeter, they'll go with McCollum and Ingram. Then it's Herb Jones. Then it's Murray. And it's Misi in at the 5. Now here's Richardson. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Here's Murray to the paint. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Adebayo sets a screen. And counted from 19 feet away.
Just another thing that Bam brings to your team, the ability to knock down jumpers.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with Willie Green for a minute. I wanted to know how he planned on tackling the Jimmy Butler problem. He told me I want to make everything as hard for him as possible, anything we can do to bother him and to get him to be even a little less aggressive, trying to put out the fire before it starts. That's the plan. Back to you.
Thanks for that, Allie.
And great job to establish position and square up.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. Now Murray. Pass to Misi. McCollum on the wing, guarded by Richardson. Fires from deep. Adebayo grabs the board.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
And Grant, you look at the players the Pelicans have gone after recently. They have a clear plan.
Well, they do, B.A. They want to surround Zion with shooters, which, of course, makes sense. It's sort of the same kind of blueprint the Bucks laid out with Giannis. If you can shoot, the Pelicans have a spot for you.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
Ingram with the ball. Richardson picks him up. Murray deciding where to go with it. Down low. Butler with a steal. Richardson for three. Good, and Butler gets the assist.
Richardson's pretty consistent at draining that three ball. The D can't allow him to get too comfortable while he's camped out behind the arc.
To the paint. Stolen by Hero. And here we go, the Heat fast break. And it's Butler with the jam.
And that's Jimmy Butler with a great finish there. Good hands to catch the pass and throw it through.
Pass to Ingram. Here's Misi. Outside Murray. Oh, it's stolen by Butler. The finish. And it's Butler with the jam.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
And it's Butler with the ball for the Heat. They lead by 4. Adebayo, a screen on McCollum. To the right side. Adebayo, good look. It's hauled in by New Orleans. And it's the Pelicans on the break. Jones' shot is good.
Get the youngster out there on the run. Jones pulled away from the pack and got the bucket.
Pass to Adebayo. We've got 1:28 left to play in the first quarter. Richardson, the pass to Adebayo. Butler on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Heat need to get one up in a hurry. Here's Richardson. Rebounded by Ingram.
And that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
And Brandon Ingram was the key piece of the Anthony Davis trade. That move changed his career, Brent.
No doubt about it. B.I. won the most improved player of the year in his first season away from the Lakers. So sometimes that change of scenery can open up opportunity and get you a chance to show your excellence. Jimmy's such a well-conditioned athlete, using that vertical he has to get up and throw it down.
Murray finds McCollum. And here's Jones. From the arc. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
You want Jones to be assertive like this. If the three-point shot's there, got to take it.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Hero against Murray. Now here's Adebayo. The D's right on him. Pass to Richardson. Back to Adebayo. Pulls it. Jones grabs the board. Ingram deciding where to go with it. And stolen by Adebayo. 1 quarter in the books. And it's been a close one. Miami out in front, leading. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Miami.
Well, it's all fast break points. Those easy buckets, they're so hard to come by in the NBA. So if you get a chance to run, you have to take advantage of it.
And they've sort of assumed control of this game with their pressure defensively. They've been into the ball handler. They've done a great job of swarming. So they're creating some turnovers that they're capitalizing on.
Murray and McCollum make up the talented backcourt. Herb Jones out there with Brandon Ingram. And it's Tice in at the 5. So that's the group out there for New Orleans.
And Hero with the heroic slam.
All right, Brent, let me ask you a very important question. What exactly is Heat culture?
BA, Heat culture is about toughness and competitiveness. And if you step into that building, you better make sure that you're ready to be pushed and push the limits that, as a professional player, not a lot of other teams are willing to go. As soon as they find guys who enjoy that, and I'm not going to say torture, but it's close, those are the kind of guys who make it in Miami. And you try your best defensively to push Bam away from the rim. That's easier said than done.
Tice outside. Outside for Ingram. Jones from outside. Miami grabs the miss. A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. The drive by Butler. Back to Hero. Here's Highsmith, covered by Ingram. Shot clock at 6. There's the triple. First shot won't go. The Pelicans trail. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Here's a great quote from Coach Eric Spoelstra, who said, "The Miami Heat culture is a system based on discipline and hard work. We stand for something. That's competition. That's winning. We feel that there's a championship DNA that you can develop." And Brian, they walk the walk.
One of the great organizations in the league, Allie. The Heat have gotten 3 or 4 field goals in the second quarter. Butler passes to Richardson. Butler against Ingram. The shot by Butler, no good.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Hero from way outside. Good, and the assist goes to Adebayo. Hero's got 5.
Well, the catch and shoot is where Tyler Hero excels.
Well, Brent, there are only a handful of players in the league with the big game experience of Butler.
Yeah, and those big games, BA, are where he's had some of his best moments. It's been on several different teams as well. So the bigger the game he gets, the bigger Jimmy Butler appears to show up. Murray's got the range. It's the consistency he's looking for.
Hero, screen on Jones. Butler. And it's Butler with the jam.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Adebayo with the rejection.
Good defensive play. Adebayo on the inside, helping out his teammates.
Shot's good by McCollum.
The screen doesn't earn him a ton of breathing room. Turns out he doesn't need it.
Inside. Here's Hero. Outside for Butler. Pass to Richardson. And out of bounds. New Orleans will have it. And so it's Murray who brings up the ball for the Pelicans. To the inside. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Nice jam by Jones, popping off the floor.
Adebayo, a screen on McCollum. Adebayo finds Richardson. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
I like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, BA.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Butler's shot is good.
Now the combo of strength and quickness from Butler, that's going to help him on the inside.
Now here's Murray, tightly guarded, and here's Ingram from the arc. It's good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 7 assists in the game. Here's Adebayo. Pass to Butler, stolen by Jones. Here we go, all alone. Murray's shot is good. And now a 5-point Pelican lead.
And it's energy like that on both ends of the floor that's got them out ahead.
Here's Adebayo. Uses the glass on the layup. Adebayo's got 10 points in the game.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
And the first half comes to a conclusion. Appreciate it, Allie. And we'll be coming right back after this break. Ready for the third quarter. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. We've seen Herb Jones really have a great game.
Yeah, he's played with great energy in the first half. Very disruptive at the defensive end.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he wanted to do out there. Everyone he guarded looked uncomfortable.
And let's take a look at Miami. They've got Terry Rozier. He's out there with Duncan Robinson. Jaime Jaquez out there with Kevin Love. And it's Jovic in at the 4. The dunk with a foul on top of it. So strong.
What vision from Rozier there. Seeing his teammate was wide open and making the right pass.
Well, Brent, we hear the term empty stats ever so often. What are your thoughts about that phrase?
BA, when you play such a long season, there are going to be nights where the game is not all that competitive. But we also know that throughout the course of long seasons, there are teams that are not going to be competitive. Still, those guys going out there on a nightly basis and putting up their numbers, getting those reps in, it means they're capable.
Boston. Jaquez grabs the board. Heat trail by 3. Pass to Jovic. Fires from 14. Jump shot is good that time.
Assisted by.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. To the middle. Here's Misi. Here's Boston, pounded by Rozier. Just 5 on the clock. It's stolen by Love. Outside Robinson, back to Rozier. For the lead. Drills it from deep. Rozier's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there. We've seen 5 lead changes so far. Neither team able to pull away.
Yeah, this game just feels like it's going to come down to the wire.
Hawkins, the pass to Boston. No good. Unable to win this run. The Heat with the lead. Well, Brent, after ups and downs, it seemed like New Orleans is really trending in the right direction.
Now, their path has not always been easy. It's a bit indicative of the city itself. It's a resilient place with resilient people that take a lot of pride in the comeback. So this team has had personnel changes, coaching changes, injuries, but the Pelicans have certainly become a team in the past couple seasons where the future is much brighter than its past.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, Jaime Jaquez Jr. was excited to join his favorite player, Jimmy Butler, on the Heat. He told me, I loved watching Jimmy because he's a complete player and he leaves everything on the floor. He's a winner, and that's the type of player I want to be. And for his part, Butler said he is so confident and he knows what it takes to win. Brian, there's no higher compliment.
You're right about that, Allie. Thanks. Here's Hawkins. Robinson defending. Lets it go from deep. Pure from three-point range.
Defensively, got to close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
There's a screen by Love. Robinson can't hit.
Oh, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
To the inside. Here's Misi. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 6 lead changes in a game that has a lot of character.
Yeah, both sides stepping up and making big plays.
There's a screen by Love. Pass to Jovic. Launches it. The shot misses. New Orleans has gone 6 for 12 from deep so far in this game. Boston, pass to Robinson Earl. Fires it. There's a minute 12 left to play in the third quarter. The floater, 2 points. That one goes. Now it's a 3-point Pelican lead.
Showing some strength on that bucket. Murphy getting better at fending off contact.
And good from Kevin Love with a sweet move. Love's got his first points of the game.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Boston, the pass to Hawkins. 43 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Robinson Earl. Let's go with a three. They grab their own miss. Misi's shot is good.
That's a testament to the effort there on the boards. Never willing to give up on the possession, finding ways to sniff out the ball.
So Miami ends up going with a new group.
Personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
And we've got 28 seconds left in the third quarter. Highsmith, an easy 2 on the layup.
There's just no reason to give him inside position.
Yeah, when he's this close to the basket, it's a wrap.
Now here's Murray. He's got 9. Pass to Jones. They set a pick. And the Pelicans get another bucket right there. Butler taking his time here. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was the choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
Josh Richardson.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. On the perimeter, they'll go with McCollum and Ingram. Daniel Tice is out there with Herb Jones. And it's Murray in at the point guard position. That's the Pelicans 5.
Murray has the ball in his hands. His teammates know that they got to stay ready as he's looking to set him up.
Butler can't get it to go. New Orleans leading by 3. Jones with a screen on Richardson. Tice left side. Fires the 3. Rebound by the Heat. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Butler. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Oh, he drains it. His 6th make in 9 tries so far.
And attacking and playing with intensity, Jimmy Butler, a ferocious competitor.
McCollum on the wing. On the wing, Jones. There's Tice with a 3. Highsmith grabs the board. The Heat have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Butler passes to Hero to take the lead. And it's good on the layup. And the Heat lead by 1.
Well, the paint can open up for Hero because he's such a good shooter. Smart to attack. He had a chance to do it there.
Outside Jones. 6 to shoot from behind the arc. And give him another one. He's 6 of 8 and looking solid.
What a night for Herb Jones. With the defense, he brings it. Any offense from Jones, you'll take it. So this performance is a giant plus.
And finished off by Adebayo.
His hang time on the rim puts a sweet cherry on top, B.A.
It's a close game, and those displays of explosiveness can jumpstart a team.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
And it's Butler with the jam.
Ties it up with that one. You know, he's such a smart scorer. He doesn't force anything, lets the opportunities come to him.
Murray passes to Tice. Back to Murray. There's a screen. And And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take... And here comes the coach's challenge. He disagrees with the foul. He does not hesitate to ask for a second look. It's a pretty heated game. Every call matters.
The play is under review under NBA rules.
Still disputed, even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Jones. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And finished off by Adebayo.
Bam stepping up and making a huge play for his team that time.
New Orleans has gone 7 for 17 from three-point range so far in this matchup. Murray for 3, and that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
And with confidence, Murray stepping up at a crucial point in this game.
Here's Butler on the take. A minute 31 left in the final quarter. Here's Adebayo. Jones grabs the board.
Wow, he doesn't miss many of those. He's such a strong finisher and tight.
Pass to Murray. Tice outside. There's the 3. Rebound Miami. A minute 4 left to play in the 4th. Hero against Jones. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
Here's Hero. Adebayo is screened on Murray. Hero. Count it and 1. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play. It's going to be on Brandon Ingram.
And not the guy that you want to put at the line in these moments. He's not missing these.
This is what it's come down to.
Yes, indeed. A monster possession.
Outside Murray. Down low. Here's Misi. Oh, wow! A huge basket to tie the game!
Now, that's one to remember. What an impact on the game.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Richardson finds Adebayo. Shakes him. Money!
And this is a huge step showing trust in Bam's play in the biggest moments.
And it's Murray with the ball for the Pelicans. McCollum outside. Lets the 3 fly. Oh my! What a shot!
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here, guys. In good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. How do you think this is going to play out?
It's always interesting to see what play a coach has saved for a situation like this.
Sometimes not just what a coach draws up, but who he has execute in these moments.
And so the big win by New Orleans in a tight game. What a Allie, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
We're sure to see a lot of quality basketball here tonight, given the veteran talent on both sides.
Yeah, tremendously high IQs from both teams, so expect a clean game. And some of these players have been through it all in this league.
So here's Miami's starting group. Hero in at shooting guard, with Butler at small forward. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's Highsmith in at the four-man position. Sinks the three-pointer.
And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
Boy, I tell you what, that's going to be like a pinball machine, the way that scoreboard's going to light up.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Richardson the pass to Adebayo. And there's the whistle. That's going to go on Christian Brown.
That's his first personal
That's
foul.
his first foul.
First team foul.
Off the inbound pass.
Fantastic defensive instincts, encouraging signs of progress from Jokic.
They get it back. Pass to Highsmith. Back to Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
What's great about Jokic, GA, is he can put up MVP numbers, and he's got a little personality to him, doesn't he?
He does. You can tell he just loves life. He loves everything he does, especially when he's on the floor, making his teammates better.
And here is Hero, following the three-pointer by Jokic. From deep three-point land. And it's Jokic with the rebound.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, the Nuggets head coach gave me a few minutes. And we talked about facing off against Jimmy Butler, and the coach said, you have to compete. No one in the league plays harder than Jimmy. He's a guy who gives his all on both ends, so you can't take one possession off. Jimmy Butler, truly a two-way star. Guys?
Thanks, David.
Tyler Hero.
And look at how confident Hero is from range. He'll take that shot whenever possible.
Shoots. Jokic, no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's Highsmith. Jacks up a three. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Jokic with the bucket.
What's really cool about Jokic is that he's just as effective working off the ball. He's ready to shoot when he catches it.
Fast break. Here they come. Here's Gordon. And it's Gordon with the finish.
You know, it's clear that Gordon is one of the best dunkers in the game, always looking to bring the thunder.
Butler finds Adebayo. Back to Butler, and stolen by Gordon. Jokic fires from way outside, and no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Miami's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. Deep, Adebayo. Rebound by the Nuggets. And you look at this year's Denver team, you know, Greg, trying to get more from their bench than they did last year.
Yeah, and you just don't want your starters to play so many minutes that they get gassed in the postseason. That's something Denver's trying to avoid this time around. Easier said, though, than done.
And here's Porter after Jimmy Butler made that last three-pointer. Porter passes to Gordon. Lets it go from deep. Trains the three-pointer. Gordon's got 5 points so far.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Hero fires from way outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for Denver. They trail by 1. Murray against Richardson. 32 seconds left to play here in the first. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
That's his first personal
And not the
foul.
most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
And here's Adebayo following the three-pointer by Jokic. The shot by Butler, nobody around. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Tit for tat. Love that Butler came back down and delivered. Whatever you can do, he can do just as well.
Jokic with the bucket.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there, no box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. Got to work harder on the glass.
Highsmith, a putback, buried from outside. But I don't know. I think we may see a review. Indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And even though, you know, you're thinking maybe we don't need the replay in a situation like this, still plenty of time left in this game, and really it's about getting the call right.
Yeah, and the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing up the footage for the officials on the floor.
The shot
The
attempt
new
is not-
process is making for quicker turnarounds, I think.
Jokic firing on all cylinders for the Nuggets. We witnessed him. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And what stands out to you from the Nuggets in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. Dario Saric is out there with Peyton Watson. And it's Porter in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Murray kicks to Porter. The Nuggets moving the ball around and stolen by Butler. Goes up. Butler attacks in transition.
Boy, that was a terrific sequence by Butler, demonstrating why he's such an outstanding two-way threat.
For 3, Murray. Highsmith grabs the miss. Highsmith's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And Greg, something that is so important to this team, Jamal Murray's shot creation.
It is, Kevin. He creates so much with the ball or off of it. The work he puts in on offense frees up everything for his teammates. Great competitor who's really a perfect fit with this court.
The Nuggets trail by 3. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Bam Adebayo talked about how his mentality has evolved over his career. He said, shoot the ball. I feel like that's been my evolution. It sounds very simple. That I came into this league as a defender. I feel like the progression's been shoot the ball, worry about everything else later. Kevin?
Certainly, DA is a two-way threat. Denver making a switch here. Struthers checked in. Heat also with the sub. Love's checked in. Butler dishes to Love. Butler passes to Hero. Drills it from outside. Hero's got 9 points.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Here we go, one-on-one. Murray against Butler. Pass to Strother. They get the rebound. Outside for Murray. Here's Saric. No good with the triple. The Heat leading by 3. Here's Love over Saric. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Kind of an underrated athlete. Love has some good straight line speed, which we get to see in transition.
Now Watson. Murray kicks to Watson. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Miami with the rebound. And Eric Spoelstra, the head coach of the Miami Heat, receiving a record 8-year, $120 million extension. like that's some big dough.
Is it ever? And remains coaching for the only NBA franchise he's ever worked for. Already one of the most tenured head coaches in the association, and that figures to continue for a while.
Murray kicks to Saric. Murray surveying the D. Saric finds Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
How about the guard getting up? Jamal Murray flying to the rack.
And there's the whistle. That's going to go on Christian Brown. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Nuggets making a change here.
Substitution on the court.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Back to Hero. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And there's that vertical of Hero. Gets off the floor with ease and just hammers that one down.
Hacked on the shot. And he'll have 3 chances at the line.
Josh Richardson.
That one on Richardson. Nikola Jokic, Clark, is as skilled a big as we have seen. And when he has the ball, he can really affect the opposition.
Yeah, he's such a great passer, and he's got tremendous size. I mean, people forget because he's pretty nimble and agile that he's, right at 7 feet tall, 7'1", with really long arms. So he's a problem just from the size standpoint. Then you factor in his otherworldly skills as a passer, as a shot maker, as a basketball player. And now you've got something that's as unique as we've seen in, I think, the history of the game.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
And that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Westbrook wide open. He fires. And again, Denver no good. The Heat leading by 6. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
You look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Aaron Gordon, who's checking in for Peyton Watson. The kick out to Westbrook. Jokic way outside. It's rebounded by Jovic. Now, here's Adebayo. Defense right on him. 3-pointer. He can't hit that time. A shot missing. And so it's the Miami Heat holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half with. In the post, it's Jovic and Adebayo. Duncan Robinson out there with Terry Rozier. And it's Burks at the small forward. The Heat leading by 10. Adebayo with the ball. And Burks now, it's out the key. That one falls coming off Adebayo's feet. Adebayo's got 3 assists in the game. Mark, it has been quite a run for the Nuggets, hasn't it, who have made the playoffs every season since 2019.
And how about this, Kevin? They've only been lower than a 3 seed one time in that span. And that was because Murray missed the season due to injuries. They are consistently tough.
Pass to Pickett. Here's the 3. Miami grabs the miss. And here's Adebayo. Burks in the corner. Launches it. Westbrook pulls it in. And it's Westbrook with the ball. Brings it up for the Nuggets. 11-point game. Jokic, no good. The Heat have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Pass to Jovic. Hits the three-point bomb. Jovic has got 5 points so far.
Boy, a big man with great touch from deep, always a valuable commodity in today's game.
Here's Westbrook.
Boy, that time Russell Westbrook going for the spectacular, with a little extra pizzazz.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And that one's good. Westbrook.
Just by nature of his style, Westbrook is going to draw contact, so he's got to be strong enough and focused enough to play through it. And he is and does.
Burks can't get it to go.
Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that one.
Didn't think that was going to go in. George has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Rozier into the lane. Burks for 3. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
The Heat leading by 10.
2 minutes.
The 3.
2 minutes.
The offensive rebound. Back to Love. Pass to Burks. And stolen by Gordon. Here's Pickett, and the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
Westbrook against Rozier. Again, the miss by the Heat. Nuggets have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Saric outside to the right side. Fires the 3. And that one's good. Strother's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Nuggets. The Heat shooting a respectable 47% for the field in this one. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's foul number 2 for him.
Substitution for your Nuggets.
Here's Rozier, still without a basket. Robinson for 3. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist.
Duncan Robinson.
Rozier's got 3 assists in the game. Pass to Pickett. 59 seconds left in the third quarter. Count that one.
Good, solid execution inside. That's exactly the look you want.
58 seconds left in the third. Outside Robinson. There's a screen. Fires the 3. Porter pulls it in. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
The shot by Saric, no good. The Heat leading by 8. Down low. A flawless finish on the alley-oop.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a pass to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch.
And he chose the conservative finish with the nice, easy layup, which was a good decision.
Here's Jovic. He's covered by Westbrook. Pass to Rozier. And stolen by Watson. For the finish. And Watson slams it in.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And so it's the Miami Heat. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. With the rise of positionless basketball, Clark, this has to be the most difficult era to be a center.
I would not disagree with that, quite honestly. I mean, they're asked to do a lot. I mean, if they're not elite rim runners as centers and shot blockers, they've got to be able to shoot and shoot from the perimeter, not just in the low post. And they still have to be able to finish around the basket. I think the biggest thing is they have to cover more ground defensively because how the game is played offensively with a lot of movement and pick and roll.
Sharing the wing spots, it'll be Brown and Porter Jr. Before in the five, it's Gordon and Jokic, and it's Murray in at the point guard. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Outside, Hero. Pass to Richardson. The three-pointer off the mark. The Nuggets trail by 9. Here's Brown. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic. Brown's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Butler, a screen on Porter. Highsmith, the pass to Hero. From outside the arc. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Brown. No good from outside.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That is his first foul of the game. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. It's Porter outside, and it's Miami with the rebound. Adebayo's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Hero. Three-pointer, Butler. Butler loves the three-point look.
And down in the corners, Butler can be dangerous. He's pretty comfortable with that shot.
And it's Murray with the jam.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
It's Porter outside. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic. Jokic has got 3 assists in the game. Outside, Hero. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. From downtown, Brown's shot is off. The Heat leading by 7. Richardson gets a wide open look. Offensive rebound. Here's Hero. Here's Highsmith. Hits it from three-point range.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
For Miami, they've gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. Outside, Hero. Back to Adebayo. Pulls it from 20. It's hauled in by Gordon. The Nuggets trail by 10. And Jokic wide open. He shoots, and he's good on the 3-ball. Jokic has got 22 points.
And right now, Jokic has it going on. He's doing whatever he wants to out there.
Hero kicks to Richardson. Back to Hero. Fires away from way outside. Porter pulls it in. The Nuggets have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. It's stolen by Adebayo. Jokic with the steal. Murray the pass to Porter. Kicks it out to Gordon. Denver passing it around. Out to the right wing. Pass to Murray. Shot clock at 5. Here's Jokic. And the wing jumper offline. And Miami has possession. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And just not sure they have the time to pull this one off.
No doubt the clock is their biggest enemy right now. It just about takes a magic trick for them to find the points they need.
Good find from Jokic. Fantastic at getting that rock to teammates on time, on target.
Richardson kicks to Hero. And so the big win by Miami in a tight game. A narrow. All right, DA, thanks again.
Thank you.
And that's going to do it tonight.
This for NBA bat. A look at the starting group for the Pelicans. On the perimeter, they'll go with McCollum and Ingram. Then it's Herb Jones, and it's Murray, and it's Messi in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Denver, Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. And it's Porter in at the small forward position. We should see some great ball movement with these two teams, Grant. Fantastic group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
Jokic finds Murray. No good on the three. On offense, here are the Pelicans. They kick it out to Murray. Jones with a screen on Murray. Murray passes to Jones. Up top, McCollum. Clock at 6, and he drives in. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Not only a perimeter player, McCollum can go inside.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Michael Malone and I spoke for a few minutes. We got to talking about Brandon Ingram, and I asked how Coach thought they might limit him tonight. Coach told me, well, there's nothing we can do about his size and his length, so we're hoping just to frustrate him and keep him off balance by getting up in his business and contesting shots. Hopefully that plan pans out for them, guys.
Great work, Allie. Thanks.
Skilled finish by Murray. He can score inside and outside, really anywhere on the court.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone by. Pass to Jones.
And with a 6-foot wingspan and good quickness, Porter can be an effective defender. Good effort from him there.
You know, there's so much to like about Herb Jones. It's hard to know where to start with this guy, Coach.
Well, Brian, I think I know where it starts. It starts with him being an all-defensive caliber defender, one of the best in the league. But then lately, he's been so efficient from three-point range, and his overall efficiency at the offensive end has gone way up. He's become a complete player.
Brown takes the three, and he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Good awareness by Murray. Sees a hole in the defense and feeds the guy ready to exploit it.
Ingram against Gordon. Jones feels it out. Back to Ingram. And a slam dunk by Ingram.
He put a little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh? Gordon outside. Stolen by Jones. And here's the fast break. Back to Murray. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. And here's Ingram from the arc. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Gordon, the pass to Jokic. Out to the wing. This one for 3. Jones grabs the board. The Pelicans have gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. Murray passes to Jones. 4-3. He buries it from 3.
They really rely on Murray as a shot creator. He makes a conscious effort to keep everyone involved.
Here's Jokic. Pelicans cleared away. There's McCollum with the 3. Kept alive. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
Second team foul.
Murray against McCollum. Outside Jones. he dunks it down.
You know, at the offensive end, McCollum does a little of everything for you. I mean, that was a great pass.
Murray passes to Brown. Can they get it? He takes it in. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Now here's Murray. Back to McCollum. Murray, a screen on Murray. Here's McCollum. And that one's good. McCollum's got 6 points.
Yeah, defending the pick and roll. You have to stop the ball, especially when it's C.J. McCollum controlling it.
Outside Porter. And then Porter with the dunk.
I think we can say that shot is well within his range.
Yeah, let's hope so. And so it's Murray who brings up the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. They lead by 4. These are his first free throws of the game.
That's his second personal foul. 13 foul. Shooting for New Orleans.
And he drops it first.
And DeJounte Murray is truly the complete package. He does a little of this and a little of that. Anything you need out there, he can make it happen.
Saric checks in for the Nuggets. Watson comes in for Porter Jr. And a change for the Pelicans. Robinson Earl's checked in.
His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
Outside Murray. Pass to Robinson Earl. Back to Murray. Good if it goes. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. Well, offense is the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. It's New Orleans. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Pelicans.
Well, I like how they're going right at the defense, creating high-quality looks with that penetration.
And the other thing you notice is how determined they've been to get into the paint and get buckets around the rim.
Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. Aaron Gordon is out there with Peyton Watson. And it's Saric in at the 5. That's the group for Denver getting going in the second.
It's hard trying to match up with Ingram, especially when he's looking to score inside.
After a trade to New Orleans back in 2019, Brandon Ingram has become a primary scorer, Grant.
Yeah, he scored well over 20 points per game since leaving the Lakers. B.I. has the rare blend of length and shooting, and beyond scoring, Ingram's assist numbers are very impressive too.
Here's Robinson Earl. He's scoreless. Ingram up top. And a slam dunk by Ingram.
Oh, the athleticism of Ingram. Exceptional at skying up for slams.
Watson passes to Saric. Outside Watson. Saric a screen. A nice shot by Watson.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
The Pelicans lead by 3. With the crossover. And a slam dunk by Ingram.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now. Now here's Murray. He's got 5. And it's Watson missing.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Peyton Watson is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul of the game. Strawther's checked in for Brown.
The game for your Nuggets, number 3.
Ingram, the pass to Robinson Earl. Out of bounds. Pelicans ball as New Orleans keeps possession.
He was all over that pass. That's a cautionary tale.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
Now here's Murray. McCollum on the wing, defended by Murray. Just 4 to shoot. Lets it fly. Blocked! And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Porter Jr., he's checked in for the Nuggets. And we all know about Stan the analyst and Stan the coach. But when you played in college, what was your game like, Stan?
Hey, Brian, I had the game that would get you beat as a coach. I will say my greatest strength was this. I was never once accused of overpassing.
The black hole. That is Stan Van Gundy. Pass to McCollum. And he goes in for the dunk.
And defenses can forget how good of a passer McCollum is.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, the Nuggets understand their opportunity. Coach Michael Malone said, we have a special, unique player, and that window is only open for so long. If we want to try and be a dynasty, we need a standard of excellence each and every day, and it's my job to hold the guys accountable. Ryan?
Yep, and it starts from the top. He's done it well. Thanks, Allie. Now here's Ingram. 7-point game. Biggest lead so far. Chalk up 2 there.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
And timeout is called by Michael Malone. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. A different look for Denver. Nikola Jokic is checked in for Šarić, and it's Russell Westbrook in for Murray. Well, Stan, perhaps the best home court advantage in the league is right here in Denver, a mile above sea level.
And Brian, they don't let you forget it. Everywhere you go, you see signs, 5,280. Sometimes they even have it on their uniforms, on the court, on signs in the locker room. They want you to know that you're at elevation and it's going to be difficult.
Fatigue is always a factor in Denver. Here's Hawkins. Tice sets a screen. A nice shot by Hawkins. And now a 12-point New Orleans lead.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now here's Porter. And then Porter with the dunk.
Being Porter Jr. is 6'10", you have to know where he is at all times, especially when he's lurking inside.
Pass to Williamson. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. New Orleans shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Stan, after his 12-year playing career, Willie Green has made a seamless transition into coaching.
Yeah, first of all, Willie Green is a person of very high character. Second, Brian, he consciously started preparing himself to coach while he was still playing, and then he was able to work on great staffs under great coaches, and now he's an outstanding head coach in his own right.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. A nice shot by Watson.
And if the defense leaves a man open, Westbrook will find him. Russell's floor awareness helps him rack up the assist.
To the wing, right side. Here's Boston, pounded by Westbrook. Inside. And it's Tice missing.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
And Trey Murphy is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Jokic against Tice. Oh, he's a monster. Jokic just flexing out here.
And Jokic has a number of moves to choose from, especially deep inside.
To the paint. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
And so it's New Orleans ending the quarter up 10, just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. Boy, without question, Brandon Ingram displaying his skills today.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
Second half underway. Here's who Willie Green's got on the floor. Zion and Tice together down low. Then there's Trey Murphy, and it's Boston in at the point guard position. So it's Denver now, after the basket by New Orleans. Knocked away. And it's the Pelicans on the break. Oh, like a freight train. Zion Williamson up the floor.
I mean, he moves so well for a guy his size. Zion's ability to run and finish in transition is incredible.
And timeout is called by Michael Malone. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Nuggets trail by 14. Here's Jokic. Oh, what a slam from the big man Jokic.
And dunking it with authority inside. This is why Jokic guys look to feed him down there.
And coach, such a unique player, multiple-time MVP Nikola Jokic. How do you defend this guy?
Well, Brian, if I knew that, everybody in the league would be trying to hire me because no one has found an answer for Nikola Jokic. He can just beat you in so many ways. If you're going to double team him, he's going to create wide open shots and even layups for his teammates. If you're going to leave him single covered, he's going to score. There's nothing this guy can't do on a basketball court.
And Williamson with the block.
Agile and strong. If Zion can get a piece of your shot, it's as good as gone.
Picked by Williamson. With the drive. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair. It goes on Pink Watson. Grant with money's on the line. The mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously. And size certainly helps. And then the savvy and balance to create that space.
Šarić checks in for the Nuggets. To the wing on the left. Here's Strawther. Back to Watson. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Porter. From the elbow. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Zion Williamson is a one-of-one. His teammate C.J. McCollum told him, your ceiling is unlike anything the NBA has ever seen, but it's up to you to take full advantage of whatever it is. You could be as good as you want to be. This game will go where you take it, right?
You know, Allie, at his best, he is unstoppable. Good.
That's the area on the floor where Westbrook's efficiency scoring the ball is fantastic.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. To the left side wing. Tice sets a screen. Williamson passes to Tice. Back to Williamson. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Williamson's got 6 here in the quarter. We'll stand in the highly competitive West. The Denver Nuggets continue to distinguish themselves.
Well, Brian, they are unquestionably a top team in their conference, and they're proof that smart front office decisions and patience really pays off in the long run.
And here's New Orleans now. Denver getting their last shot to go. Williamson left side. There's Tice with a 3. Porter pulls it in. Nuggets trail by 14. To the middle. Here's Westbrook. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Westbrook's gotten his second bucket.
Tossing a pass to the interior. That's what you want to do. Get into the paint.
And the bucket is good.
Unselfish play there by Zion. Moving the ball to another shooter.
Pass to Strawther. And here's Šarić. Lays it up and banks it in. Šarić has got his first basket.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Tice sets a screen. Williamson passes to Tice. And we've got a timeout called by Willie Green. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. A different look for Denver. Nikola Jokic is checked in for Šarić. Aaron Gordon comes in for Porter Jr. And Brown subbed in for Strother. Now here's Ingram. He's got 10. Outside Jones. 5 to shoot. The three. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. Nuggets trail by 12. Watson passes to Westbrook. Here's Jokic. And that one comes off the assist by Westbrook. Westbrook's got 5 assists in the game.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
Now here's Murray. Out to the right wing. Banked it in off the glass. Murray's got 6 points.
And not letting the contact affect him at all. Give Murray credit for keeping his focus. Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Denver shooting their first free throws of the game.
At the line for 2.
And he makes the first. And that's good as he hits both shots.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
And so it's Michael Malone here calling timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Checking in the game for your Nuggets, number 9.
Tipped away. Here's Murray. Soft touch off the glass. Murray's gotten 4 this quarter.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building.
And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans, now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. They put in work down low, getting in close and scoring in bunches. We'll be right back after this word. Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Brown and Porter Jr. are the 2 and the 3. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. And it's Murray in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
And nice read by Porter Jr. Surveys the floor and gets in the right spot to finish.
Murray passes to Ingram. Here's Jones. He's guarded by Porter. Back to Ingram. Releases. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. And the Pelicans lead by 12.
Look at how smooth Ingram's shot is. Hard off the pass, he puts up a silky jumper.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Coach, after 3 back surgeries in 5 years, it is truly amazing that Michael Porter Jr. is still playing at all.
Yeah, it really is, Brian. And for him to get back to playing at the highest level, he has really stuck with it. And you've got to admire his mental and physical toughness.
First team foul.
Ingram against Gordon. McCollum on the wing.
Well, that's just great awareness. He was ready and took advantage.
From deep, Jokic. Pelicans cleared away. We played just over a minute here in the fourth. Here's Murray. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. And, Coach, you look at DeJounte Murray, a 6'5", do-it-all guard.
Well, Brian, he's got the size and quickness to defend either backcourt position. Offensively, he's best with the ball in his hands, but he has developed his spot-up game to help the team.
Here's Brown. McCollum defends. Screen by Gordon. 5 on the clock. And Gordon with the big finish.
Oh, this is Gordon at his best. Flying through the air and hammering home alley-oops with a little style.
Murray for 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. Murray's got 9 points now in the second half.
The defense gave him a little space, and he took advantage.
Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, BA.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Here's Murray. Takes it inside. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
You gotta like the intensity behind Murray's drive. He has no intention there of stopping.
Murray's shot is good.
Got it in deep, and that's how you do it.
The Pelicans lead by 11. Up top, McCollum. And there's the screen. Here's Jones. Rebounded by Denver.
And the defense gave him no space. He had to fade back. That's not an easy look for most guys.
Murray drives in. The lead now in single digits. Murray's got 4 points in the quarter.
You see the speed there. Love watching Murray go right towards the rim and convert.
Pass to Jones. Here's Misi. Back to Jones. And there's the lob. And out of bounds. Denver will have it.
The defense will take that miscommunication. Not even close.
We've got 1:48 left in the final quarter. Jokic passes to Murray. Jokic with a screen on Murray. Back to Jokic. Outside Murray. That's tipped. Pass to Porter. Fires the three. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
And he's finding the bottom of the net consistently. Porter Jr. is scoring with ease.
They set the screen. Murray passes to Ingram. Nifty move. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists in the game.
Terrific design and execution, leading to an opportunity right at the rim.
The 3 is up. Ooh, a misfire there. He's made 5. He's missed 5. The Pelicans lead by 8. Ingram with a screen on Gordon. McCollum outside. Three-pointer. Hits the three-pointer. And the Pelicans lead by 11.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Whoa, I mean, what a play by Porter Jr. Sticking with the shot, putting the D in a bad situation, and getting it to go.
And New Orleans making a change here. Tice is checked in. Here's Ingram. Drives to the hoop. And how about that? 8 for 9 now.
Excellent effort on the road. They've literally sucked the energy out of this arena.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
You gotta commend the focus on the basket. Murray absorbing the contact well.
And here's New Orleans now. Pass to Tice. Now here's Murray. Tice, a screen on Murray. 3 on the clock. Fires for 3. And it's Tice missing. And the basket by Jokic. And so it's New Orleans winning this one. Just a gutsy performance on the... All right, Allie, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg...